rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Something about my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shatter illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can breathe. Surrender myself and now life tastes so sweet. Yeah. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction. Gotta take the yin with the yang, it's all a testing. Open to the notion that everything is a lesson, and that we're always being sent another message. Traveling all terrain to gain perspective. Switch the view that said it's true that I'm defective. Been to hell and back, but I continue to stay reflective and give the wisdom all right back to the collective. Let's go. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Something about my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Gotta stay in the now. Finally finding me. Third eye opening up so I can see. Finally I can breathe. Loving myself and giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Something about my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Yeah. Finally finding peace. Shatter illusions, movement sets me free. Finally I can breathe. Surrender myself and now life tastes so sweet. Yeah. Hoping I keep moving in the right direction. Gotta take the yin with the yang, it's all a testing. Open to the notion that everything is a lesson, and that we're always being sent another message. Traveling all terrain to gain perspective. Switch the view that said it's true that I'm defective. Been to hell and back, but I continue to stay reflective and give the wisdom all right back to the collective. Let's go. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down, no. Gotta stay in the now. Something about my style. Can't let it keep me down, no. Can't let it keep me down. Gotta stay in the now. Gotta stay in the now.
Good evening, warriors. Good evening, community. How are you doing? I am Coach Ruth, and welcome to I Am Ruth Ward, formerly AKA always known as 15 to Life. How are you all doing tonight? I know it's been a long day for some of us, and I just not too long ago got all my dishes cleaned up and They're in the dishwasher. And so when I get off here, I'm going to eat me either some sweet potato pie I know I'm not supposed to be eating anything sweet, but I'm going to eat it anyway. Or maybe some zucchini bread, something like that. Yes, yes, yes. So if you have not already, that's right. Warriors come out to play. Yay. That's right. That's right, Marquita. And if you are new here, put your name in the comment section so we can welcome you to our community. We're so happy to have you here tonight. Also, make sure you like the page, follow the page, share the stream. Hey, Audrey, hope you're feeling better. Make sure you share the stream. And then also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. I'm really growing my community on I Am Ruth Ward. It's kind of the I Am Ruth Ward. So if you're on Facebook, make sure you go over to YouTube, put in I Am Ruth Ward, and I should come up, and then make sure you subscribe and then hit that thumbs up button. So anytime I'm on, you are notified. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're feeling, I'm glad my water heater just went off. Yes, I'm in the basement. And so now I can really hear. Hello, Sandra Easley. How are you doing? Phyllis, Pastor Harris, Monica, how's it going with the giveaways? If any of you are in the Louisville area, Monica Brown has a ministry where I want to say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, in your yard, you have items and people can just come by and get them and they don't have to pay for them. So right now, it's cold outside. So if you have any coats or anything like that, something that you're not using, some scarves, gloves, or whatever, I'm sure that she could use those to give those away. And again, she gives those things away for free. So what a beautiful ministry that she has there. So yes, warriors, y'all know it. Y'all know it. When we fight, we win because we are warriors. And I got something good that we're going to be talking about tonight. So make sure that you share the stream, share the stream, share the stream. Hello, Denisha. How are you doing? Yes. Here is our scripture that it's based on, Psalms 144:1. I praise you, Lord. You are my mighty rock, and you teach me how to fight my battles, right? We got to fight. Not every time there's a time for war and there's a time for peace, but sometimes you got to fight and you got to fight your battles. You got to fight because Satan wants to kill, steal, and destroy and take everything who you are and everything that you love, and he wants to kill you. And so you got to learn how to fight when that enemy comes. You got to learn how to fight. Okay. Okay. She said, that's correct. I do give them away in my front yard. Okay. That's right. So she said, I know I've given her some coats. I probably got some more stuff, Monica, that I'll bring into church on Sunday and give it to you. And yeah. So there. So support her ministry that God just, laid it on her heart to do that. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's our scripture. And then 2025 is our year of discovery, finding you and what you were created and purposed to do. And I had mentioned on the first Sunday in January how at one point in my life, and I still wish I could do that a little bit, I wanted to be an archaeologist because I wanted to go like to Egypt and all these, far away lands and dig up bones and ancient societies and all that kind of stuff. And I know somebody's probably thinking, really? Yes, really. I just think that would be so neat to do that, to go in those ancient tombs and all that kind of good stuff. So when I think about that, I think about, you going and when you're discovering, so it takes time. It takes patience. They can't just go in there. They don't go in there with the bulldozer and just bulldoze and stuff down. They have little bitty tools and you see, where they're brushing stuff and then they're looking at a little piece of something. It could be a piece of a bone or a tooth or anything, and they're just wiping and brushing. And it's a long process. It's not something that it's quick. So that's the same thing with us, that when we're discovering things about us, it takes time. It's not something that you're going to get it done really, really quick, right? Unless God just comes down, sit on your bed and say, hey, this is who you're supposed to be. This is who this is who you are. This is what you're purposed to do, which, it has happened sometimes, but normally it doesn't happen. Okay. So that's our year of discovery. So what is discovery? I feel like at least for the month of January, I have to go through this whole thing just so we can get it in our spirit. So in February, probably next month starting, I won't go through all of these things that I'm going through right now. Okay. So discovery, the act or process of seeing, finding, or gaining knowledge of something previously unknown. Right? That's what discovery is. So kind of what I want to talk about. Oh, let me get our scripture. Proverbs 25:2. It's God's privilege to conceal things and the king's privilege to discover them. So God hides some things from us. He doesn't show us everything. Why would we even try to do anything if we already knew what it was going to be at the end, or everything that we were going to experience in our life? It would just totally change everything. So he doesn't reveal everything to us, but it's our responsibility to discover those things and find out. So it's when it says it's the king's privilege to discover them, because he could never be the best king that he could be if he didn't discover what he needs to discover to help him be the best king that he could be. All right. Y'all getting this? Y'all getting this? Y'all getting this? Okay. Denise, you wanted to go to Pompeii. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. See, that's the town where the volcano erupted and it covered the whole city of Pompeii, I believe. And I think that they're still finding, all these things, places, houses that people lived, and all these frescoes and, bones or things where people just like laid out flat because of the lava and all that kind of stuff. Yes, the volcano. Yes. You're right, Granny. Your purpose never ends. Okay, so here's what we want to get to. Becoming. That's a wonderful word, right? Michelle Obama entitled her book Becoming. I didn't read the book, but I'm assuming it's about becoming, everything that she became and her journey to becoming Michelle Obama. If you've read the book, then somebody can correct me. Okay. So everybody wants to become something, right? Nobody just wants to just not do anything. Everybody wants to become. I want to become this. I want to become a ball player. I want to become a great speaker. I want to become the next great doctor that discovers something. I want to be this. I want to be that, right? But it's the process of getting there, that becoming. I want to become something. That's what everybody strives for. But I want to say, scratch becoming. Scratch it. Scratch becoming. Okay, she said, yes, it was really a good book. I bet it was. I'm reading about 3 or 4 different books right now. So maybe at some point I'll read it, but I'm reading like 3 different books right now. So I'll have to add it to my list. But I want to say, scratch becoming, exit out. And you're like, what? Because we're talking about discovering who we are. How can I discover who I am if I can't, say what I want to become? No, this is what you need to do. First, in order to become, I say we need to be unbecoming. And you might be saying, unbecoming. Yeah, we got to take off that mask. Take off that mask. That's right. Oh, she says we are forever becoming. Yeah, absolutely. So I say, as in the picture with the young lady that you see, take off the mask. Unbecoming. And unbecoming is such a negative word, because when you think about unbecoming, like old people, that's an old word. Old people, like my grandmother then would say, oh, that's so unbecoming of you. Like if a woman cursed or chewed gum or popped gum, It's like, that's unbecoming of a lady. If you're sitting, if you're a woman and you sat with your legs open, that's unbecoming of a woman. You're supposed to cross your legs, right? So somebody, if you can put in the comment section, what are some of the unbecoming things that people told you that were unbecoming? It's unbecoming for you to go go outside with curlers in your hair. Y'all remember that? So there was a lot of things that used to be unbecoming that are just okay with now. And sometimes I wish I'm old. I know I'm 61. Sometimes I wish we could go back to some of those things where I saw something somewhere where somebody said, I wish we could go back to just a little bit of shame where you just like, not everything is just okay. Like some stuff you should be like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't be doing that, right? It's not okay for me to be a side chick, right? Okay, so let me see. Foul language. Oh, red lipstick. Absolutely. Like you're a hussy if you're wearing red lipstick. Yes, because only the women of the night wore red lipstick, right? Let me see. Foul language. Yes. Call me old because I just told my daughter something she did was unbecoming. Yes. Yes. That's an old word. Yeah, you're old. Not wearing a slip. Yes. And here's the bad thing about that. I haven't worn a slip in years. I know I still have them, but I haven't worn them. Just like pantyhose. Like I had some pantyhose on the last Sunday at church. And I was like, man, I'm really saved because I got these pantyhose on. But I only had them on because it was so cold and I had a skirt on and I wanted something to cover up my legs. But yeah, your dress is too short. Oh my God, your hips are shaking. Let me see, wear pants to church or go barely. Yes, could not wear pants to church. I love that dress is too short. Yes, wearing pants. Yes. I had, again, growing up in church, I know I'm kind of off for a second, but I remember there was a lady at the church and I was in my 20s. And I guess she thought that my skirt was too short. Now, when I stood up, it was fine. But, when I sat down, it came up a little. And I'll never forget. And she came past and then just laid one of those handkerchiefs over my lap. And I probably secretly hated her for it, even though I didn't say anything to her. But it was just like, really? Like, really? But yeah, she put that scarf over me. Or, they button you up. They have those pins ready to button you up because you couldn't be showing your bosoms. That was unbecoming. Couldn't show that. You had to wear girdles. Now, I wish we would go back to that because sometimes our stomachs, yeah. So, yeah, we had to wear girdles because you don't want your hips to shake. No stockings. Yes. I've been so unsaved because I just haven't been wearing my stockings. I know. I love it. Yeah. So those are some of the things. So it's when you think about unbecoming, it's always a negative thing to it. Look, Pastor Harris is going all the way back. She's talking about no pants, no stockings, your skirt is too short, no sleeves. I remember that too. They was putting me in hell because I went to church with no sleeves on. I had just a shirt with no sleeves in it. They was putting me in hell. I was so terrible. And I was saying too, but I was like, I ain't doing this because I was like, I don't believe that God, who created everything, like just everything, is going to send me to burn in hell like forever because I didn't put sleeves on. Yes, they had a needle and thread to sew your split. Sure did. They sure did. You had to make sure that slit was not high up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know, Pastor Andrew. That's all right. I love you anyway. I love her. You can put some more stuff down there if you want to. Y'all can go and stay all the way. No earrings, none of that stuff, right? Woo, thank the Lord. Okay. So when you even think about the definition of unbecoming, here's the definition: detracting from one's appearance, character, or reputation. It's all negative. But like I said, in order for us to become, we got to unbecome first. And so there's a few questions that I want to ask you because I want you to think about these things. And so as we're going through it, I want you to hope you got a piece of paper and pencil and write down some things as we're going through these questions. And if you have not already, make sure that you like the page. If you're on Facebook, follow the page, share the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And also, if you are new to this, just very, very quickly, I just want to say that you can find out more about me at IamRuthWard.com. I am Ruth Ward. There's all the things there about me. There's my outreach ministry that I have, SOS, my skincare line, where I do my coaching, all that stuff. Then there's also pillowcases. That's at perfectpeaceproducts.com. These pillowcases that I created. And I am so excited still about them. And they're pillowcases with scriptures on them, with the premise being that you can literally rest on God's word. So go there and get your pillowcase. I've got 5 different ones: faith, healing, children's, peace and rest, military. Yes. Okay. So let me get back. All right. So unbecoming is very negative, right? But here's some things that I want to ask you. All right. Who did they want you to become? We're talking about unbecoming, taking off the mask. Who did they want you to become? That could be your mom, your dad, your grandmother, your spouse. Maybe your husband wanted you to become something. Who did they want you to become? Did they want you to become a version of themselves that they were never able to achieve? Like you see that all the time where you have these stage moms where they wanted to be this actress, or maybe they wanted to be this ballerina, whatever. So they make their child go into that field because that's what they wanted to do, and they were never able to do that. And you can even put in there if you want. Yes, thank God for freedom. Who did they want you to become? What do they tell you? You should be this. Oh, I know you want to go into this field, but that's not a good field to go into. Or you may have a young person that wants to be that actor or actress, and you have that parent that says, no, don't go into that field because that's a terrible field and you're not going to make any money and blah, blah, blah. Go to be a lawyer because they're going to always make some money. Who did they want you to become? And if you're write those things down. And you don't have to put it in the comment section if you don't want to, but just think about that to yourself. Who do they want you to become? Ask yourself that. Who did they want you to become? And then the next question is, who did they say you were? Did they say, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too dark, your butt's too big, your lips are too big? Who did they say that you were? I thought just a little bit ago, I was kind of going over the slides right before I came on, and I thought about, there was a story I saw on I saw it on Twitter, X rather. And it was this young woman, she was a Caucasian lady, and she had just gotten with her husband when she was I think she was 15 and he was like 10 years older than her. And they ended up getting married or something like that, had some children. But because she had been with him her whole life at one point, because she was still young, I think she was in maybe her 20s at this point, maybe 30s, I don't know. And she wanted to go back to school. She wanted to get a job. Well, her husband didn't want her to do that because he had a different version of who he wanted her to be, of who he thought that she was. And so they ended up getting a divorce. So she had made this post. She was in the car and she was talking about how, she was excited for her future and how she was navigating this whole thing with being now a single mom, and how she was so happy that her ex-spouse was going to be helping, pay some of the bills so she could, still be able to do some things. And, she was asking for help from the, Twitterverse to help her navigate this whole new life that she was envisioning for herself, right? She was now defining who she said that she was. However, 2 weeks after that, terrible, he killed her. And then he killed himself because he didn't like the version that she said who she wanted to be and who she wanted to become, because they were saying that he didn't want her to go to school. He didn't want her to work, but she wanted to do those things. So sometimes when you're saying, and I know that's an extreme description, but sometimes it could cost you a lot, and it could cost you your life. You even think about somebody like Tina Turner, who, of course, he changed her name was Anna Mae. He changed her into Tina Turner, gave her the name Tina. But at some point she was like, I'm not who you're saying that I am. I'm gonna keep the name Tina, right? But I'm not who you're saying that I am. So who did they say you were? Right? A nurse and too skinny. Okay. Too skinny. Yeah. They can say that about us. Yeah. Yeah. Who did they say that you were? And again, that could be your teacher at school. Maybe you told your teacher. And I think even Michelle Obama talked about how when she told her counselor that she wanted to be this lawyer and how she wanted to go to, I think she went to Harvard. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But the counselor was like, oh no, like you can't do that. You can't go there. And, poo-pooed on the whole thing. Because she was like, no, you can't do that. Obviously, she went ahead and went anyway. But who did they say that you were? Okay. And then here's the next one. Who have you said that you are? Who have you said that you are? I'm nobody. I can't do that. Who am I? I don't have the followers. I don't have the high subscription numbers on YouTube and Facebook. I don't have thousands or a million subscribers. Who am I to think that I could get a certain person to come on my podcast? But I'm reaching out to some people. Y'all gonna see some stuff, right? Who am I? I remember when I was gonna tell the story also. If I go back to who did they say that you were? I'm gonna tell this story real quickly. It's 6:23. And I've said this before, and this is not necessarily any shade against my grandmother, right? But I've told this story before about how when I was 14 years old, and my sister was living in Cleveland for the summer. And so we had her daughter, which was my niece, and she was with us. So I was so happy to have her. And I had created this whole system for her in the summer. I'd get her up and I'd fit her, because she was like maybe one and a half at that point. And I'm fixing her breakfast and I'd get her lunch, and then we'd read and we'd do all this stuff. And then I'm washing clothes. And at that time, I don't know what was wrong with our dryer, but I'm hanging clothes on the line and I'm cooking, just doing all the things. And one day, again, I'm 14, my grandmother called and she was like, what are you doing? And so I told her what I was doing. And she was like, I never thought that you would do that. She was like, I thought maybe Peggy would do it, which was my cousin who was 1 year older, who was living in Cleveland. And she was like, I thought that she would do that, but I never thought you would do that. And, and those things, you're like, man, wow. So obviously she didn't think that I was good enough to do those things. And I'm sure, we all have stories about people who didn't believe in us and didn't think that we could be who we were. And so then we take those things on. So who have you said that you are? So sometimes we take on what other people say that we are instead of being that thing. So we got to remove all that. This is what I'm talking about. Unbecoming. Phyllis, if I'm honest, I was always told that I'm a nobody and will not amount to anything. Oh, but God, absolutely. And you can look at your daughter, how awesome she is, right? So if you didn't amount to anything, well, you sure were a heck of a mom, right? Okay. Phyllis, I think that because of the naysayers, I say I'm determined, but I still hear the voices, which makes me even more determined. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I always say you talk to yourself more than anybody. So what are you saying to yourself? And, when you look in the mirror, what are you saying? When you dress up and you looking good, do you say to yourself, man, I look good today. I look real cute. Yes, I like this outfit. My hair is slamming. Not today on my hair, right? I'm having problems with it. I've been fooling with it all day. It ain't doing right today. I need some color in it. But so who have you said that you are? I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Nobody loves me. I'm unlovable. I've made too many mistakes. What are you saying? What are you saying about yourself? You got to unbecome all of that. And then the last question, who does God say that you are? Who does God say that you are? I'm going to wait. I want to hear. I didn't want you to become an actress because you were saved. Really, Granny? I still love acting. God will and can define us. I am and can be who God says I am. Absolutely. Somebody else put in the comment section, who does God say that you are? Who does God say that you are? I want to hear you say it. Because we can say all the bad stuff. Y'all know y'all good at saying the bad stuff. But who does God say that you are? And then I got one more point and then I'm getting off of here. I'm waiting. Who does God say that you are? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a comment. Who does God say that you are? This really should be easy. It should be easy. Thank you, Phyllis. I'm a powerful woman of God. Absolutely. If I stayed married, I don't think I would have gone back to school. Beautiful, because I wanted my ex to feel like he was the head. So I dimmed my light. How many of us have done that? That's a whole nother discussion, right? Dimming your light. That's good. I am strong, beautiful. I am loved. God says I am strong. I am beautiful. I'm a force to be reckoned with. And that you are. I don't even really think you understand your power, Marquita. Really. God says I am successful. He says that I am the light. I love it. Thank you, guys. He's pleased with me. Encouraging. I love it. Yes. I love it. Thank you. I'm anointed and a great friend. Aren't you, girl? You are anointed, fearfully and wonderfully made. I was waiting for that. Yes. Okay, here's the last little quote I want to leave you with, okay? And this is from, his name is Paulo, I know I'm not saying that right, Coelho. And he wrote a book, actually, that I'm reading now, called The Alchemist. But anyway, and I'm sort of paraphrasing part of something that he said. And he said, maybe part of the journey is unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so that you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. I love that. Maybe part of the journey is unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so that you can be who you are meant to be in the first place. So you got to unbecome all that stuff, take off the mask, all of that. You are his daughter. I love it. She's light. I love it. So that you can become everything that God has called you to be. Wow. Isn't that awesome? Part of the journey is unbecoming everything that isn't really you. And that's hard, right? Because we've been living with that stuff all of our lives. And so it's hard removing that stuff, but you got to take it off. It's weight, it's dead weight. Take it off so you can be everything that you were meant to be in the first place, right? I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, I love it. Thank you, Crystal, Minister Crystal. All right, guys, I am getting off here. Your homework. If you have not already, make sure you like the page, follow the page, share the stream, YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Facebook and you haven't subscribed, go over there and subscribe. Okay. I love you all. I love you. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams. But most importantly, I believe in your action. So get out there and do it. Unbecome this week. Think about those things. Be unbecoming this week. Be unbecoming. Make an effort to take those, to start removing, even if it's just one thing, one thought, one action. Unbecome. All right. I love you all. And I'm going to get out of here. And I'll be posting this week on YouTube. Oh, no. I forgot. I forgot to remind you all that you need to sign up for my retreat. Don't get off of here. Stay on just for a second. Stay on just for a second. Hold on. Hold on. Don't get off. My women's retreat. That's June 12th through the 14th. If you have not, go to newbirthchurch.org, newbirthchurch.org. Scroll down. You'll see this where it says women's retreat. Watch the video and then hit the register here. You need to register for this retreat. Family, the good, the bad, and the blessed part 2. And no, if you did not, yes. I'll say it this way. If you did not go to the first one, you can still go. We want you to go to this one. So there's nothing, well, I didn't go to the first one, so I can't go to this one. No, we're going to be doing some catching up and some going back through some things. You need to be there. We know that our families, yes, they have good things. Yes, they have bad things. Yes, they do. We talk about those things. We talk about the good things in our family. We talk about the bad things, but also ultimately our families are blessed. And so we're going to be talking about that as well, going deeper. We're going to be, since we're going this summer, we're going to be doing some zip lining, some horseback riding. All those things are going to be made available. I think the pools might be open. So bring your bathing suit, bring your hiking boots, because we're going to be hiking. We're going to be doing all the things, guys. And so you need to be there for this. Go to newbirthchurch.org. Watch the video. I made that video myself. I was kind of proud of myself too. Okay. Register there. And you do not have to be a member of New Birth to go. Get you some friends together. Y'all, I think there's only one cabin left. I don't know if we still have the one cabin. All right, well, quit this register. Yay! I'm so excited. Yes. Y'all need to pass the word about the retreat. Yes, I'm telling you, it's going to be, they're life-changing. I'm just telling you, they are. They just are. Okay, so you need to sign up for that if you haven't already. Again, I think as of earlier today, there was one cabin left. I'm not sure if it's still available, but there's still places in the lodge that you can stay in the lodge. Okay. And I always like to say it's a lodge. It's not the Omni. It's not the, Galt House. It ain't that, guys. It is a lodge and we're in a state resort park. So you take with that Which you're going, right? Okay. But it's good, but it ain't the Omni. Okay. All right. I love you all. Go to newbirthchurch.org, sign up for the retreat, get your friends. You can pay it in 2 parts. So if you got a friend and you're going to stay with them, y'all get y'all's money together. I know y'all got that income tax money. And so, yeah, you got your income tax money and go on and pay for that because you are worth it. You cannot continue to run on, I hit my microphone. You all cannot continue to run on empty. You got to be filled up. You have to be filled up. Many of you are that person in your family that's going to take your family to the next level. At this retreat, I give you the tools that you need to do that. And we get healed in the process. Okay? All right. So that's it. That is it, guys. I love you. I love you so much. Like I said, I always have to say it again. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your dreams, but most importantly, I believe in your action. So get your hiney out there and do it and be unbecoming this week. And then also go to newbirthchurch.org and register for that retreat. Because I'm telling you, it's going to sell out. And I don't want you to be left out. All right. I love y'all. Have a beautiful week. Look for my post on YouTube this week. Love you to life. Bye-bye.
Finding me. Third eye opening up. So loving myself and giving myself everything I need. Had some rough nights lately, but I'm feeling light. Sun on my face, wind in my hair, color so bright. Tryna smile instead of quick to battle on sight. Loving it now, choosing what's really worth the fight. Lust for the clouds, mountains, and the rain. Understanding through my dreams that there's a path to heal pain. Getting lit to stay lit, it just don't hit the same. Got so sick and tired of playing the game, yeah.